Lord, praise the Lord, praise the Lord. I hope you're serving purpose today. I want you to in touch with who you really are. You know, when you know who you are, you can run in life and you can be greatly successful. If someone was a trash man, what good will an airplane do the trash man when that's how he make his money? Or what good would the pilot make if he's operating trying to dump trash and his worth is way much more because of his hourly pay, and he's dumping trash and he's supposed to be a pilot. So if you're supposed to be an author and you don't know what's all packed in your becoming that author, you don't know what's all packed in that purpose, what good are you serving? Are you making less than what you're supposed to be making an hour or a year because you're not doing what you're designed to do? Before you was in your mother's room, he already created you. He created you. He formed you. He shaped you for the purpose for your purpose to be fulfilled on this earth. You have a purpose to fulfill. So if you're operating out of your purpose or out of assignment, then guess what? You're very unhappy. You're probably miserable. You have a whole lot of restless nights. Everybody around you probably don't treat you right because they can't treat you what you're worth because they can't see your worth. It's not the people, it's you. I had to realize that. I had to recognize that. It's not the people around you, it's you. Because whoever you allow around you, that's who you become. So if you're allowing mess, if you're allowing gossip, if you allow messy people, if you're allowing junk, if you allow everything that you speak against around you, then guess what? You are the one who designed your life. That's not what God formed you for. What did he create you for? What did he form you for? What is your purpose? What are you supposed to be serving? You have to know your lane and you have to know your purpose. So your life can flow easier. Yes, it can flow really easier. See, when you get stumbling blocks, when you get connected to people that are not of your character, that are not of the kind of person that you have and that don't carry the qualities that you do, then guess what? You won't get along because you're trying to mix oil and water. Oil and water would never mix. Light and day would never, darkness and light will never mix. Some things would just not mix. It's not purpose to mix. So are you working what you're supposed to be? Are you operating in your divine calling? Are you really doing what you're supposed to be doing? You have to know who you are. See, I'm a motivated, inspirational person. So that's what I do. That's what I specialize in. I'm an author. I'm a ghostwriter. I'm a book publisher. Anything about books, anything about becoming an author, anything about business, I can really help you in from ground up to nothing. I've started many a business. My husband and I, we have started quite a few different kind of business. All you need is a desire. So if you have a heart desire to flow in what you really want to do and what you was really purpose, it's going to work anyway. All you have to do is do it. I never forget someone say, you know what, your ministry is stagnated. Yes, it is. It has been stagnated because guess what? I am not going to settle for no lazy members or leaders or people that don't want to do right. They just want to preach and all sanctified, all perfect. No. This is not what the house of transformation for. So even you have to know what you're working for, what you're working with, what you're doing. I know the commission on my life. God said that house of transformation. It will transform lives. Whether you're here or not, your life still has been transformed because of the house of transformation. So we are existing in purpose. A lot of people think because you don't have a whole lot of members that you're not existing. Everyone that has connected with me has changed their life. Whether they give the credit, whether they give the acknowledgement, it doesn't matter. Their life have been changed for the better. So I thank God that we're serving purpose. Fountain of Life Publishing House, we're a book publisher. We serve purpose. Yes, we do. So if somebody come and say, you know what, I need you to, I need my house decorated at Fountain of Life Publishers House, then guess what? It may not get served the purpose that it needs to get served because we're book publisher, we ghostwrite, we do everything to deal with the publishing industry, magazine, whatever you need, the publishing industry and all this. So you have to know your purpose is served so that you can flow in life and you can live a much better life. And then you won't be mad at the people because they don't like you, that they're not getting along with you, because guess what? Do you see the prostitute hanging with the president? And if so, guess what? It's going to be some mess later on. And if you're not on drugs, do you see the pastor hanging with the crackhead? No, unless they praying and they moving forward, but they're not standing on the corner doing the exact same thing. So don't be conformed to the ways of this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. I want you to come out to our How to Write a Book seminars. We teach staying focused, finding your chapters. How do I start my book? Placing it, forming it. You know, I was a hairstylist. I thought I was happy. I was doing very good. I was doing really good at Reese's Hair Palace in Charlotte, North Carolina, Simply the Hair Gallery in Charlotte, North Carolina. But God told me one day, he said, leave everything behind. Don't even let your people know, your clients know, until you finish their hair. And that's what I did. And I had to leave. I had to get my shop stuff where I had to leave. I had to start all over because the Lord told me, he said, what's in your heart? I said, writing. I can't stop writing. I wrote in the middle of the night. I wrote all day. I couldn't help, from songs to music to books. I just couldn't stop writing. But that was in my heart. And then it birthed a publishing company. It birthed new authors. It birthed businesses. It birthed so many other entities simply because I followed one direction. I followed the voice of the Lord and I wrote. I closed up what I had that wasn't making me happy, which was my beauty salon. And then I followed my passion. Yes, it was some lonely days, but guess what? I love what I do. I can go to New Zealand. I can go to Africa. I can be in USA. I could be in Tennessee. I could be in Charlotte, North Carolina. I could be at Atlanta. I could be at the beach, and I could still work. But when I was in hair, guess what? I had to be at that shop to make that money for them clients. So I was wore out. I couldn't enjoy holidays. I couldn't enjoy my family as much. I was absent from a whole lot of things in my children's life because I was too busy, too tired, or either I was at work when they was getting to bed and they needed mommy. So I want you to do better about yourself. Make sure you find out who you are. If there's an author in you, I'm quite sure there is an author in you, because he said, I create you in my image. We're all created in his image. So if he's an author, we're author. Yes, there is an author in you. And I want to help bring that author in you out. You can give me a call. You can go to my website, www.pariceparker.biz, or